All right, let's talk about something that's, well, it's pretty much everywhere. It's a piece of technology that quietly powers so much of our digital world. It's elegant, it's powerful, and you definitely use it every single day, probably without even realizing it. We're talking about Python.
So, to get us started, let me just ask you a question. Think about it for a second. What's the one thing that connects, say, the AI that recommends your next favorite movie, the huge websites you visit all the time, and even some major scientific breakthroughs? I mean, on the surface, those things sound like they're from completely different planets, right? But believe it or not, they're all connected by one surprisingly powerful tool. And that tool is a single, deceptively simple programming language. Yep, that language is Python. And it's not just another programming language. Over the last couple of decades, it's become a true superstar, consistently ranking as one of the most popular and most used languages on the entire planet. So, what's the secret sauce? What makes it so successful? Well, Python's magic is that it hits this perfect sweet spot. It's powerful enough for the biggest companies to use for incredibly complex stuff. It's versatile enough for just about any industry you can think of. And yet, it's famous for being super easy for beginners to learn. And that unique combination, it's turned Python into a massive digital playground for developers, for inventors, for anyone who wants to solve a problem. And it's a playground that you're in every single day, whether you know it or not. Just look at how huge this playground is. Python is the backbone for websites like Instagram and Spotify. It's the absolute go-to for data analysis, finding patterns in these giant oceans of information. It's the engine running behind a lot of the AI we use daily. It automates tasks, and it's even helping researchers solve some of the world's biggest challenges in scientific computing. That's a pretty incredible range, isn't it? When you see it all laid out like that, you have to ask the question, how on earth can just one language be an expert in so many different specialized fields? Well, here's the thing. The secret isn't actually just in the code itself. The real magic lies in the power of the crowd. Python has this massive, global, and super collaborative community behind it, and that's one of its biggest strengths. Think about it like this. Imagine you wanted to build a car. You could try to design and build every single screw, every tire, every little part yourself. That's kind of like coding from scratch. It's slow, it's really complex, and you're just reinventing the wheel. Or you could tap into a global network of experts who've already perfected each part. That's the Python way. It's all about shared solutions and, standing on the shoulders of giants. And all this sharing happens through things called libraries. It's kind of like a real library. If you need to build a complicated AI model, you don't start from zero. You just find a software library that AI experts have already built. Then, with just one line of code, you import all of their hard work right into your project. It's an amazing shortcut. But this whole collaborative spirit, it didn't just appear out of nowhere. It was built right on top of a core idea that's been there from day one, a deep commitment to simplicity. You see, Python is what's called a high-level language. So what does that mean? It basically means it's designed to be closer to human language than to machine language. The code actually looks a lot more like plain English, which makes it way easier for people to read, write, and just get. The language handles all the messy, complicated stuff for you. And that's really the crucial point here, this relentless focus on making things simple and clear. There's this saying in the Python community that code is read way more often than it's written. So if you make it clean and easy to read, it's easier to learn, you get fewer bugs, and it's way simpler for big teams to work together. And this entire philosophy, the readable code, the obsession with simplicity, the whole collaborative ecosystem, it can all be traced back to just one person, a Dutch programmer named Guido van Rossum. He actually created Python as a side project way back in 1989. So let's just recap for a second. How did this one simple idea grow into the global powerhouse that it is today? Well, it really comes down to a few things. First, its foundation of being simple and clear makes it super accessible. Second, that simplicity doesn't make it weak. It's incredibly versatile and used in pretty much every corner of tech. And finally, its real secret weapon, that huge global community that shares knowledge and builds amazing tools, making things faster and better for everyone. And that kind of brings us to our final thought. The story of Python is really the story of a powerful idea, that making something simple and easy to use doesn't make it less powerful. It actually unlocks its potential in ways you could never even imagine. So it kind of leaves us with a question to chew on.
If one person's focus on simplicity could completely change technology, what's the next simple idea out there that's just waiting to change the world?